Keep in mind, this book has been chosen with the intention of teaching vocabulary to support social-emotional learning. The words we are teaching relate to the key theme of this story. Your choice of book might target multiple teaching goals, and the words may not be central to the theme of the text. You may or may not have words to teach before the story, depending on whether the words impact your students' understanding of the text or not. Your choice of words during shared reading should be limited to words that are unfamiliar and support text comprehension. Use your teacher judgment to select the number of words you stop to provide meaning for. That will not disrupt the flow of building comprehension of the whole text. The words you select to teach after the text for deeper meanings aim to develop richer language for students to understand and generalize into their everyday language. So we're going to teach the word fibber before reading the story because it's in the title and it's a central theme of the story, and most students aren't familiar with this word either. So, our book is called Pig the Fibber. A fibber is someone who doesn't tell the truth. Say the word after me. Fibber. What is the word for someone who doesn't tell the truth? What does a fibber mean? If I gave Harry a big block of chocolate and he ate the whole thing, then I asked Harry if he finished the chocolate and he said no, Harry would be a fibber. If Stephanie told the teacher she needed to go to the bathroom but she went to play on the playground instead, Stephanie would be a fibber. We'll now go into a couple of activities that I will label. You won't label these activities when you're doing this with your students, but I will just label them so that you're aware of what we're doing. So the first one is word association. So the questions would be, how does the word fibber go with the word liar? Why? How does the word fibber go with the word truth? Why? So the next couple of sentences are to create context for the child. Max is a fibber. He told his mum he ate all his vegetables, but... Karen is a fibber. She broke the window playing tennis, but told her mum. So the word for someone who doesn't tell the truth is a. Another word for a liar is a. Now, I'm going to write this word on the board because we're going to come back to it after our story. Now we move to during the story whilst we're doing our shared reading. When I read the story, I will stop and explain words that I think majority of my students don't understand. Typically, I'd read the whole sentence, explain the meaning of the word, and explain it within the context of the story. Depending on the sentence, I might provide a sentence prompt for students to repeat the word or tell me the word's meaning so that they're participating in the reading. Pig the Fibber. Pig was a pug, and I'm sorry to say, he would often tell lies just to get his own way. And when he would fib, he was awfully clever. When Pig got in trouble, he would always blame Trevor. So, Pug would always blame Trevor. Blame means to say that someone or something is in the wrong. When Pug did something wrong, he would say Trevor did it. You see, he would mess up the living room mat and then he'd just point and say, Trevor did that. Or he'd shatter a beautiful vase full of flowers. So shatter means to break into tiny pieces. So in this story, Pug would break the vase into tiny pieces. The word is shatter. And then he'd say, Trevor's been crazy for hours. He once even ripped up a lovely old dress, then hid behind Trevor and made him confess. Confess means to own up to something wrong. So Pug would make Trevor own up to the things that Pug did. To confess is to own up to doing something wrong. "Why do you do this?" asked poor little Trevor. "I thought we were friends." How do you think Trevor is feeling here? Have a look at his eyes. Have a look at his mouth. How do you think he's feeling? But Pig said, "Whatever." How do you think Pig is feeling? Then came the day of Pig's sneakiest plan. Sneaky. So sneaky means to do something in secret. So Pug had a secret plan. Pug is being sneaky. So then came the day of Pig's sneakiest plan, and he said, "I will steal all the treats that I can. They keep them up there in the closet up high, but before I can get them, I need a good lie." And with that he blew off. It was stinky and grim. Grim means terrible. So it was stinky and terrible. Then he pointed at Trevor and said it was him. So Trevor was taken outside for some air. This was Pig's chance, and he climbed on a chair. "Those treats will be mine, and I'll gobble them all." What do you think Pig's going to do next? But behind all those treats was an old bowling ball. These days it's different, I'm happy to say. Pig has stopped lying. Hip hip hooray! He may have some bruises and one less front tooth, but he sure learned his lesson. And that is the truth. So this is what we're going to do after the story. We're going to learn a little bit more about the words fibber, sneaky, and blame. So we have our words written on the whiteboard. Fibber. Pig the fibber. Fibber means someone who doesn't tell the truth. What does it mean if you're a fibber? Someone who doesn't tell the truth is called a... For example, if your friend tells you that he saw a real-life Pokemon in their garden and they are not telling the truth, they are lying. They are a... If someone says they have 5 pet dogs but really only have 1, they are a... Now I'm going to label some of the activities for deeper meaning. You won't label this to your students, but I'll label them so you know what we're doing. The first one is word association. So when Pig would fib, he was awfully clever. A fib is a lie, so it means when Pig would lie, he was very clever at it. How does the word fib and fibber go together? So the next one is using the word in a sentence. So we prompt them. A fibber hasn't finished their homework, but they tell their teacher they left it at home. Can you think of some other lies that the fibber might tell? The next one is reasoning. If a friend said, I have a monster who lives under my bed and he only eats chips, he might be a fibber because he wants to eat the chips for himself. I want you to talk to your partner and think of another reason. The next word is sneaky. Pig had a very sneaky plan. Sneaky means to do something in secret. Pig had a secret plan. What's the word that describes doing something in secret? Sneaky means... For example, Dad and I bought my mum a present for her birthday. We had to be sneaky hiding it in the house. We had to do it in secret so she wouldn't find out. My dog knows where we keep his treats. He has a sneaky trick to opening the cupboard. He has a secret trick to opening the cupboard when nobody is looking. The first activity to deepen meaning, we'll do questions, reasons, and examples. If you went searching for your birthday presents in your house, you have to be sneaky. Why? What are some other ways you might be sneaky? The next one is creating contexts. If a robber is being sneaky, what might they be doing? Now to use the word in a sentence. Use the word sneaky in a sentence. And our last word is blame. Pig would always blame Trevor. Blame means to say that someone or something is in the wrong. When Pig did something wrong, he would say Trevor did it. What's the word that means when you say someone is in the wrong? What does the word blame mean? My sister kicked the sand castle down, but I got the blame, meaning I got told that I was in the wrong. Maybe they thought I did it. I ate one of Mum's freshly baked cookies, but the dog got the blame. I didn't tell the truth and I told Mum the dog ate it. The first deeper meaning activity is questions, reasons, and examples. I blame the hot weather for my headache. Why? What other reasons could be to blame? I blame the TV for being late to school. Why? What other reasons could be to blame? The next one is personal experiences. I came back from recess with wet clothes and I got the blame because my baby brother started crying and I got the blame because. Now we move into our closing activity for all our 3 words. If a detective was trying to be sneaky, would they wear sneakers or high heels? Why? If you told your teacher your dog ate your homework, why might she think you are a fibber? If someone found you with your friend's bike, why might they blame you?